Hello investors and future investors, welcome to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 stocks that you should strongly consider adding to your watch list. I'm going to be showing you how I decided to go ahead and add these stocks to my personal watch list, but most importantly, I'm going to show you a secret strategy that can be used in order for you to find these stocks and make revenue from them. Now, if this sounds good, or you're new to options trading and you're trying to use options in order to make some additional income, then you so happen to stumble onto the right video. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. Now, everyone should have a watch list. I myself have a watch list of 50 stocks. Now, I do not trade 50 stocks a month or a week or even, but the 50 stocks are there and I have different alerts and criterias. Once these are hit, they usually jump to the top of my watch list. Now, these 3 stocks I'm going to be going over today has risen all the way to the top of my watch list. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you these stocks from the least pricey all the way to the most expensive. Now, you guys know how we do it. Let's go ahead and get down and dirty with options. Now, the first stock on the list is going to be none other than Micron Technology. For you guys that have been watching my video, you guys saw how much money I keep making with Micron. I did go ahead and I lost the stock when the share price went over, I think, around $80. And after that, I just never got back into the stock. You never chase a stock. If the stock rises in price and you think it's too pricey, you're always going to wait. Sooner or later, the stock will retract and come back to its 200-day moving average. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go into the Robinhood Advanced feature right now, and we're going to start off with the charts. Afterwards, I'm going to go through some other fundamental analysis in order for you to guys see why these stocks came to the top of my watch list. So let's go to the Robinhood Advanced feature right here. We're going to be going over to the 1-year chart. Now, if you guys are wondering why I particularly like to use the 1-year chart, is because whenever I do long calls, I usually go out for a year. So that's why I use the year. And when I am doing short calls, I usually do a week or a month. By choosing the 1-year mark, it encounters everything, one week, 1 month, etc. So that's my go-to. Now, for Micron, the current price of Micron is $113.29. Now, the stock, as you can see, came to a high of around $128. Like I said, I did lose the stock at $80, so it's trading way higher than where I lost it. But as you can see here, there's a sharp drop. The 200-day moving average for Micron is at $100. So the stock is slowly coming back down to its $200 moving average. It may not hit that right now, but it's slowly coming back down. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to draw a trend line. Now, if I draw a trend line like right here, you're going to see Micron has a very strong support around the 108, 110 level. Now, there are other supports above that, but the 108, 110, between that range there represents a very strong support because, as you can see, the graph has touched that level several times. Now, so whenever a stock starts retracting back to the 200-day moving average and it starts going below its fair value, we will get into the fair value shortly. That makes it move all the way to the top of my watch list. So the 200-day moving average is my go-to indicator for me to start picking up stocks whenever stock starts to go towards it, or even better, when stocks go below it. Now, the second indicator I tend to use is the RSI, and you can see the RSI down here. The RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. Now, the RSI on MU has gone down and it's trading around, well, Robinhood hasn't updated it yet. It's trading around 43 RSI. Now, to put this in perspective, the RSI is a momentum indicator and it usually tells you whether a stock is overbought or oversold. With anything going towards to the upper part of the RSI, towards 70, is going into overbought territory, and vice versa. When your RSI starts coming down towards the 30 mark, that's an indication that the stock is being oversold. The sweet spot or the center is always going to be the 50 RSI. Micron is trading below the 50 RSI. So again, that's what the other criteria that made it hit my watch list. Now let's go back to Micron and we're going to go ahead and jump into some of the other stuff that made me decide to put this stock all the way to the top of my watch list. So let's go ahead and scroll down. And as you guys can see here, This information is free of charge. You guys could just use Robinhood, Webull, any broker, and you could see this information. What I really want to bring to your attention is the other information that's going to allow us to make an informed decision. So right here, you could see trading trends on Robinhood. This is free once you have the gold membership. Now, if you look at the first category here, which is Robinhood investors, you go all the way to the right, you could see that Robinhood investors, which is you and myself, we have been buying up Micron. So retail investors are getting very, very smart. Now, if you jump over to the hedge funds as well have been buying up Micron as well. So, in addition to my thesis, the hedge funds and the majority of you retail investors actually showing interest in this stock. We're going to go over to the insiders, and the insiders have zero interest in this stock. But no fear, we're going to go ahead and go back down again so I can show you some more data. Now, the overall analyst rating is at 85% of the analysts, and their rating is a strong buy. 85% buy. So there you go. That's another positive for Micron. Now we're going to go down one more time, and we're going to go right here to what's known as the research report. Now, the reason I use the research report is that it's another guideline. Everything I'm showing you right now are merely guidelines. So, according to the research report, MU's fair value is 115. As you saw, the current price of MU is trading at $113. So MU is way below its well, not way below, but it is below its fair value. Now, you don't need to really pay attention to earnings. Earnings is going to be all the way in September, and that's going to be after hours. As you can see to the bottom, September 24th after hours. So, with Micron, to summarize it, Micron is trading at $113 per share right now. At $113 per share, it is below its fair value. Number one, Micron is going towards its 200-day moving average. I like to pick up stocks at the 200-day moving average or below. Now, the RSI, according to Micron's relative strength index, Micron is going into oversold territory. So all these represent green flags that wants me to get into these stocks. Now, I haven't decided on what option strategies I will be going ahead and do yet, but I will be keeping an eye on it, and I will be going ahead and make a video of what strategies I decide to use on each and every single one of these stocks. So if you guys haven't already, now is a good time to subscribe so you guys do not miss those videos. Now, our second stock is going to be, now Micron is going to be the cheapest. Our second stock is going to be none other than United Health, or UNH. Now, this stock as well, I do have several videos on this stock. This is one of my favorite stocks to trade. This stock makes me lots and lots of money. So we're going to do similar to Micron. We're going to go into the advanced feature to see how United Health is doing. And we're going to go straight over to the 1-year outlook. Now, Micron as well, the price right now is $288. However, for the last 2 months, this stock has been trading around $300 mark. So now it has broken past the $300 mark and is going down. That is a good sign. So, and as the video goes along, you'll see why that's a good sign. Now, with the price of 288, that price is way below the 200-day moving average. As you can see, the blue line right here, the 200-day moving average is around 480. For those of you guys that are not familiar with the 200-day moving average, it's simply a guideline of where the stock has been trading for the last 6 months or 200 days. So the stock may go up, it may go down, but the average price is being traded at was $480. So a $480 moving average, and now you're down to $288. That right there, I think, presents an awesome, awesome opportunity. Now, moving lower down to the RSI right here, the RSI of MU is around 36. Now, Robinhood does a good job with the charts, but the RSI isn't like pristine as yet. So I've already checked out the RSI on a more reputable chart. So it's around 36 for the RSI. So lots of green flags for United Health. Now, once again, I am not saying you guys need to go ahead and buy these stocks. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these stocks are showing really, really nice green flags, and you should really go ahead and add it to your watch list if you haven't already. You're going to keep monitoring it, and whenever the opportunity presents itself, that is when you're going to jump in and you're going to decide what option strategy is going to suit your portfolio best in order for you to make some sweet, sweet gains. Now, I did promise you a secret that's going to help you increase your gains. Here it is. This has worked for me. Maybe it might work for you as well. The easiest And the best way for you to make gains is for you to find good stocks, reputable stocks that has a drastic reduction in the price. If you go ahead and trade those stocks and you have a bullish outlook on it, your chances of winning goes up exponentially. Meaning, if let's use United Health for instance, United Health is a very, very good stock, is the number one in the healthcare. It's just having some trouble right now. The 200-day moving average is around $480. However, it's trading for $288. So there's a very, very, very strong possibility that United Health is going to go back up to at least the minimum is 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is going to come down a bit and the share price is going to go up a bit. So it's going to meet somewhere in the center, probably the $400. Now, that is the bare minimum. United Health could, however, go all the way back up to a $600 value, and that could be the best case scenario. So the secret is, well, my bread and butter strategy is to wait, sit on the sidelines. I have all these stocks on my watch list. I wait until I get an opportunity where the share price has dropped, and then I go ahead and jump into different option strategies that makes me money. So let's go ahead now and check out the other information for United Health. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to scroll down to United Health. And once again, this information here is free to you guys. As you can see right here, the 52-week high was $630. So if it goes back up to that and you chose the right option strategy, then you're going to be in the money, definitely in the money. So we're going to go ahead now and check the trading trends. So Robinhood investors, once again, we are getting very smart. We are just buying up this stock. We're going to move over to hedge funds. Hedge funds, once again, they too are buying these stocks. So there you go. Green flags everywhere for United Health. We're going to go to insiders, and the insiders as well have been buying. They have bought a lot here. I guess they probably run out of money or they have enough shares. So, but they are still buying. We're going to go ahead now and check out some of the additional information on United Health. Now, once again, United Health, according to the analysts, which are guys that are way smarter than me and yourself, they have come up with the conclusion that United Health is a buy. 69% of the analysts says it's a strong buy. So there you go. Once again, I am not telling you to go ahead and buy any of these stocks. Just put it to your watch list and wait for the opportunity. So let's go down now to the research report. According to the research report, the fair value for United Health is $473. Remember, the stock is trading at $288. So the stock is trading way lower than its fair value and also way lower than its 200-day moving average. So this stock presents an extremely good opportunity. So we're going to go ahead one more time. And as you can see here, there's only one caveat, one thing you need to pay attention to if you're going to decide to trade this stock. The earnings is going to be next week, which is going to be July 29th, and it's going to be pre-market before the market opens. So just go ahead and pay attention to that. So here's the summary for United Health. United Health is one of the best stocks out there. It is going through some kind of turmoil right now, but all stocks do that. In the short term, the entire stock market and these stocks are volatile, meaning they go up and they go down. As an investor, you need to take a more long-term approach to these stocks. So, as a long-term investor, this short-term trend is giving us green flags. The current price is lower than your 200-day moving average. It's lower than what the analysts say it should be doing, and it's also lower than the 52-week high. So put this stock on your watch list as well and wait for the opportunity, and then you could jump in. Once again, I have not decided yet what option strategies that I'm going to use for these stocks. I'm just waiting and watching until I get my opportunity as well. Now, the last stock that you should definitely consider adding to your watch list is going to be none other than ASML. Now, this stock is a bit pricey and it is the most expensive in all three of these stocks. So let's go ahead and jump into the advanced feature for ASML. ASML, once again, well, all three of these stocks, Micron, United Health, and ASML, these stocks are all very good stocks. These stocks are all part of the S&P 500. So once again, we're going to go to the 1-year outlook. And similar to Micron, the share price is coming down slowly to that 200-day moving average. So the current share price is $746.20. The 200-day moving average is around $726. So it's just a little bit away. It just needs to come down a little bit more. Now, The RSI, the relative strength index on this is, again, it's around 46. It's around 46. So all three of these stocks are very close to the 200-day moving average, and they're all trading with an RSI below the 50 mark. So they're all showing those green flags. Now, this is something I want to bring to your attention. With ASML, I am almost sure that it could go down a bit lower. And the reason for that, you could see this big green right here. That's volume. So there's a lot of people selling out of ASML. So that's a sign there that the stock could continue to go down some more. But again, in my humble opinion, and the smart people of the world that invented the S&P 500, this is a very good stock. Let's go ahead and check out the other information for ASML. So let's go ahead. We're going to scroll down. And the 52-week high for ASML is $979. So this stock is currently trading at $746, and the 52-week high is just about $1,000. Let's go ahead and get the other information for them. So once again, this is the third stock I brought to your attention that you should consider adding to your watch list, and this too is a buy. 68% of analysts recommend this stock as a strong buy. Let's go down to the research report. Now, as you guys can see, all this information is readily available on Robinhood. You don't need to go outside. And I'm not being sponsored by Robinhood. Also, any broker you use, whether it be Webull, Moomoo, Tasty Trades, TradingView, they all give you all this information for free. You just need to know how to analyze it and use it in order for you to make good decisions to make money. So, according to the research report, the fair value for ASML is $950. So the current share price is way lower than the fair value. This tells you there's lots of upside once again. We're going to go ahead and check one last thing, which is going to be the earnings. And the earnings is right here. Oh yeah, these guys did have earnings a couple days ago. The earnings were reported good, but in this market, you just can't tell what's going to happen. So always make sure you don't put all your eggs in one basket. But the earnings were good based on my opinion, but the stock decided to sell off. I'm going to take that as an opportunity for me to go ahead and get into this stock with some options trading, or maybe I might even go back to shares. So let's go ahead and do a quick review on ASML. ASML is a very good stock to trade. The price is trading at right now, which is the $746 value, is very close to the 200-day moving average, which is one indicator I decide to use before entering any stock. The 746 current price also is below the fair value given to this stock by lots of analysts. So again, another green flag. The third green flag is that the relative strength index is going towards oversold territory. So once again, just like the previous two stocks, you should definitely go ahead and add these to your portfolio. Now, for those of you guys that made it to the end of the video, I know you guys have added these stocks to your portfolio, and I'm pretty sure you guys have subscribed to the channel for now, because you guys gonna get the alert whenever I post the video of what strategies I'm gonna be using with these awesome stocks. So like the video if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get an alert when I post a video. But most importantly, I make these videos in order to give as much free information out there to help people make income from options trading. That way, they could supplement their regular 9 to 5, and eventually, if it works out for them, they could leave their 9 to 5 and make consistent income with options trading. So, if that's something you want for everyone, then the right thing to do is to go ahead and share this video with as many people as you possibly can. Now, until the next video, keep pushing your investments.